Well, the last time the QND Lady Raiders soccer program matched up with Alton Marquette before tonight was 2010, when the Raiders won 2 games by a combined score of 10-0. Well, that was 2 years ago. Last year, Marquette took the title in Class 1A. So now in 2012, with only 8 teams remaining, QND and Marquette met up again in Edwardsville with the Final Four on the line, and it was all QND. As you take a look at the score, this game was scoreless at halftime, but QND gets that first goal from Jordan Frericks, one of her 2 on the night. Also goals from Cassidy and Shannon Foley. They win this game 4-1 over Alton Marquette. They end Marquette's season. Raiders now at 22-0 this year, so they do advance to the Final Four. And if you're curious, they will play the winner of Parker and Rich-Burton, which was Rich-Burton tonight, score of 3-1. So that game will be on Friday at 7:30 at North Central College in Naperville. In case you're curious, Rich-Burton 22 wins, 2 losses, and 2 ties on the season. So QND, Rich-Burton on one half of the Final Four, and just in case you're curious, we'll show you the other half of the Final Four. Lisle beats St. Edward tonight 1-0. They will play against Manteno on Friday, and Manteno was a winner tonight over Princeton. That game was a final of 2-1. And just a little side note here, Manteno was the 1A state champ in 2009. So Rich-Burton versus QND and Lisle versus Manteno in the Final Four. Chris Dewar will post highlights of that QND and Alton Marquette game on ConnectTriStates.com tomorrow morning if you'd like to check those out. He was down in Edwardsville tonight. Speaking of Alton, QHS playing their regional against just Alton High School, the Redbirds today. This one from earlier. Here's Alton up 1-0 early, so QHS plays some D. That's Brittany Landwehr throwing it down to second for the out, erases the base runner. Bottom 2, here's Jonna Gottschall. She's going to bounce one up the middle, but QHS failed to bring her home. So Paige Owsley decides, I'm going to get on base any way I can. Well, looks scary. She takes one off the helmet, but she was in good spirits, kind of waving to the crowd and her teammates as she struts down to first base. She would get on base and finally break through. Here was a big inning for the Blue Devils in this one. It was a slap hit, moving her over by Melissa Bracey here, and Owsley would eventually score on a sac fly to make it 1-1. And Mariah Hoke, after allowing that first run, was very, very good. Here she is with a strikeout in the top of the 6th. So bottom of the 6th with a runner on second, it's Shannon Thiel delivering the big hit. RBI double scores Andrea Ashman. Alton would answer back though, tie the game at 2 in the 7th. We went to extras, but QHS would get the win by a final of 3-2 in 8 innings, so they move on in the postseason. Also, on the other side of their bracket, Edwardsville, well, not much you can say about this one. 24-0 over Granite City, so they will play against QHS on Saturday in the next round of the 4A Regional, Saturday at 11 a.m., Edwardsville and QHS. Also, another score to give you tonight, Keokuk beats Mid-Prairie Wellman. The Keokuk girls soccer team, they are on a roll right now. Amanda Westby, 5 goals in her last 2 games, 4-0 winner tonight. Their next game is Thursday at 5 versus Holy Trinity. That, of course, is the postseason. And also, I want to fill you in on one baseball scheduling note. Canton, they will play Santa Fe in their next game. Remember, that final was not in last night, so we could not tell you who they were playing for sure, but it will be tomorrow at Santa Fe. Canton playing against them as they try and advance to the Final Four. You see the records right there. That should be a tough game, but as always, should be an exciting one for the Canton Tigers as they move on. Well, after he finished in a tie for 7th place at the NCAA Regionals last week, former Blue Devil and current University of Illinois golf standout Luke Guthrie is prepping this week for the final few rounds of his college career. Those final rounds, of course, will be played at the NCAA Championships beginning next Tuesday. And his efforts to top a 13th place finish in 2011 will be from the links at Riviera Country Club in California, an added bonus.
It's pretty crazy teaming up for the last time as a Illini. It kind of hit me at that last round at regionals, like this could be my last round out here, and it was not a good thought to have when you teed up on the first hole, but glad I get to tee it up one more time with my teammates and go to battle out there. Really wanted to get the Nationals because it's Nationals, but it's extra special since it's at Riviera this year. You grow up watching that, of course, on TV, the PGA Tour tournament every year there, and I'm really excited to go see what that course is all about and just enjoy myself out there. We've been playing really well for the last 3 weeks or so, or last 3 tournaments, and really built some nice momentum through the end of the season and into the postseason. And yeah, now it's time to just trust our practice hard this week, and go lay it on the line. It's going to be a fun week out there. I can't wait to play Riviera.